Hi. So I've got my tablet case right there, but I'm putting this here. So here's the adapter for this laptop. And most of these items and even this stuff, I'm going to change around. There's a memory card going into my other phone. So I use this smartphone and tested the memory card for all of my cameras. I got this a few months ago. This was the first camera and it actually works with smartphones. But these three cameras that I recently got or purchased, I have to tether or I have to use a laptop to actually, view the video, and then I could probably move it to a memory card that my phone will. So I have to actually test that with all three. So, well, I tested all three memory cards. So I took out the memory card. All three of these cameras have 32 gigabytes memory cards, and I tested it with a smartphone. I even tested this one, and this one worked pretty good. A smartphone somehow recognizes this memory card, but these other three, um, I can still test these two, but I tested this one, so they don't play. There's audio, I think, three and stuff, so I might try to do that. But before I do that, I'm going to basically use kind of like a more modern, you know, I could return as uh, I could return like $80 worth of stuff, but I guess I'm going to. That's basically what I paid for three cameras that and the memory card, So if I could get things working, um, with a laptop, I might as well just like try it with this laptop, since it's in a decent location and stuff, and not much stuff is obstructing it and things like that. Um, just try it with this laptop first, and then I'm going to. Um, so here's recording a short video with this GoPro. Checking the settings. The zoom still doesn't work very good, or it doesn't work at all actually. I tried pressing the top, but and the bottom, it's just a different software version or something. So let's go ahead and plug it into like one of the USB ports. Let's see what happens. So this laptop is turned on or powered on. So I plugged it in while it was recording things. So I'm gonna try to not recognizing. So this laptop is very old, but so I had to somehow unplug all of my devices for now. I could even try like an SD card to see if it will play. So let's try that first. So I've got pretty much the adapter. So I took the SD card out of the camera, and it kind of reads it right here. And there you go. Somehow the file is playing. So it plays on other devices, so that I'm not just stuck with watching videos on a small screen. So that's pretty convenient, and it works with this older laptop. So not a bad test. I could eject the card, but testing it on a smartphone, it didn't work. But testing the video playback on the laptop, it did work. So that's good news compared to something really hectic, and it was pretty convenient. Now the memory card to actually have this device. Let's see if it charges up. So this is just playing I just tested the memory card inside of the slot section, and I just wanted to double check to see if, yeah, it looks like it's charging. So there's a charging symbol, and let's unplug the USB. Oh shoot! So somehow it just charging symbol, and let's unplug the USB. Oh shoot! So somehow it just powered off, but um, and plugging in the USB, the computer doesn't really recognize it. So I'm gonna have to keep a tab on the adapter for these memory cards, and but at least it's charging the GoPro, so I could kind of, move a few things out of the way and keep is kind of like this one right here. Just power it on, and do a recording, I would say, or just power it on. The battery has issues. It's really, you know, kind of like the 4K frames per second doesn't work. So I just plugged in the USB to it. Kind of see the light indicator, and let's pay attention to that light indicator to see if it's going to charge with this laptop. Stuff like that. Okay, so yeah, I read the instructions, and it's mass storage mode, PC camera, charging mode. Just charging mode for now, but it could mass storage mode. Um, so I press the mass store tap to choose what happens. So it reads the camera's memory card. So um, so it does take a little bit of getting used to and things. Um, and also, like, if this laptop, I bought this laptop or whatnot, and the thing is, if it stays functional, like if I kind of like I put it so that it charges. If I put the device can now be safely removed. If I basically put the device into sleep, then then it it still charges and things like that. For some when you're not sure about a few things, it's a big difference when things work and when things start to fail, and it's a big difference. And that's what drives me to test just my stuff, just for myself, just so that I don't waste, or just so that I know, uh, the features and how to actually use some of a lot of these items or devices, uh, or maybe get separate like rubber bands for each one, and whichever camera I might need to use, I'm going to just pull, you know, the device out. I was going to return this. I canceled a return. I was going to return this, but something just, you know, there were issues with it and stuff. But it was just I it was just going to waste my time going to the store and dropping it off. It may, I had to have like a box and a printer label or something. They didn't send me a QR scanner, so it was just like, for 23.99, figuring out a lot of stuff when I could just sit at home and maybe have a decent camera and stuff like that, which I'm all I have to do is actually deal with the other battery draining at for 10 minutes. I might have to figure out, maybe it's I need to charge it with the 2.0 and stuff like that, and maybe it might last longer basically, and I still have to test this camera and stuff. Hey, what's happening to YouTube? So I'm going to test this. I tried to swap the memory card and I pretty much copied the videos and they didn't play on the other device. Hold on. Let's see if I could. I don't think I could adjust the volume. Back to Upside DIY. So I fully charged the 4K camera. Show you guys some of the, well, this stuff before I started gluing the foam and things. And right now it's been drying a little bit. Basically have a little bit of footage with this camera just to see how I got my other smartphone. So yeah, next thing I'm going to definitely have to do is actually play on the other device. Hold on. Let's see if I could. I don't think I could adjust the volume. Oh shoot. So darn. So it's a hard but that's just the reality of, you know, buying items or devices. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. And to make things a little more easier, I actually need to keep my other like smartphone kind of like in here, be able to get online and, you know, log in, you know, connect to the internet, total silence, you know, set up a device like, uh, you know, just basic um, options just in case for bad device or even ordering parts and stuff. That would be nice. It's a good, you know, system, I think, modern, or it's a good you know, basically process, you know, the product wise. So I'm gonna take out this battery. It's only working for like 10 minutes, and at the same time, I'm gonna transfer the memory card and try to make a video, kind of documenting this. And then I'm gonna put in the other battery. So here's the memory card and the battery taken out, 32 gigabytes, and I'm just going to try to. It's a BL01, so I'm gonna look up this battery. So far, I usually go to one source, and it basically it's like $7 or $8. So I put the new battery in here, close the case. I'm gonna try to charge it up and test the other battery to see if it drains or not. So I kind of basically have it plugged into the 1 amp charge. Maybe it needs a 2 amp charge for that spare battery. I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to double check, like, I'm going to really double check. And then, I mean, it's a pretty good camera besides, you know, not having a record pause, but that's just how it goes sometimes. Going to transfer this into another device and edit of any footage. Well, I took some footage before swapping the battery and some extra small cameras. I found like a bag and a box of like electronics and stuff. This is pretty much the smartphone before the one I'm using right now. And a lot of these cameras actually have different, maybe one of them has like, so I guess I had two kind of like smartphones get repaired, and then the Fire tablet went out, and then now I need to get a spare battery